This is Sana, a cute high school student whose favorite pastime is checking social media and liking photos of handsome boys. On the other hand, there is Kanato, the most handsome and popular boy in school, whom all the girls crazily chase after. Since Kanato does not have social media, all the photos of him on the internet are pictures that girls secretly take whenever they see him and then excitedly post online. One night, while Sana is calmly checking her school's Instagram account, she notices that they have posted a photo featuring Kanato. So she sends a message to the account, asking them to upload more photos of him. Suddenly, she receives a message from the account asking whether the messages sent through the chat are visible to everyone. Sana reads it and replies that they are not. She realizes that the person managing the account knows nothing about social media, so she thinks it must be a teacher and offers to help, but she receives no reply. The next day, Sana goes to school, where we learn that Kanato often skips classes. There, Sana meets her friend Yusu, and while they are talking, a boy named Rio, whose bangs cover half of his face, watches them. When Sana goes to her classroom, she is surprised to see Kanato standing in front of her locker. Kanato asks if her Instagram username is Sana Face. Surprised, Sana replies that it is. Kanato tells her that he was looking for her. Just then, a group of girls approaches, searching for Kanato. Kanato quickly takes Sana by the hand and leads her to the rooftop. Sana cannot believe how handsome Kanato is, so she takes out her phone and snaps a photo of him. Meanwhile, Kanato tells her that he has skipped so many classes that the school wants to expel him. He explains that he spoke with the principal, and she said she would not expel him if he becomes the official influencer of the school and reaches 100,000 followers on Instagram. That way, more students will enroll in the school, but for that, he needs to learn how to use Instagram. Since Sana offered yesterday to teach him how to use it, he came looking for her. Sana is surprised and tells him that reaching 100,000 followers will be difficult. She then asks him why he stopped coming to class. Kanato says that people always assumed many things about him because of his face. For example, many people thought he was smart, athletic, or a model. And in the end, they would feel disappointed when they realized he was not the way they expected him to be. He hated that, so he stopped coming to school. And now, he is about to be expelled. After this, Kanato moves closer and asks Sana if she will help him. His closeness makes Sana nervous. She steps away and leaves, blushing. But shortly after, she returns, calmer, and tells Kanato that she will help him. However, she tells him that no one must know she is the one taking his photos. His fans would get jealous and start bothering her. Kanato sincerely thanks her for helping him. He tells her that besides her, he messaged other people asking them to help him use Instagram, but they did not even reply. Unlike Sana, who was the only one who offered to help him without knowing who he really was. So they post the photo that Sana took of Kanato. It quickly gets 3,000 likes and 800 followers. As the days pass, Sana continues taking more photos of him in different parts of the school. The account keeps growing, and Sana feels happy. However, whenever they are together, she tries not to look at him. Kanato notices this. He moves closer and asks why she avoids looking at him. Sana replies that if she looks at him, she might end up screaming like an excited fan seeing her favorite artist. But to her surprise, Kanato says that he comes to school to see her. He asks her not to ignore him anymore. His words make her heart race. They continue with the photo sessions, but Sana cannot help getting nervous every time she is near Kanato. One day, during recess, Kanato notices her. Sana becomes so nervous that she walks quickly and ends up crashing into a wall. Kanato sees this and gets worried, but since Rio is closer, he takes her to the nurse's office. Sana thanks him for helping her. A little later, Kanato arrives and asks how she is. Rio leaves. Sana says she is fine. Kanato feels relieved. Little by little, Kanato moves closer and asks if she is closer to that other boy than she is to him. Hearing this, Sana cannot believe that Kanato is jealous. Suddenly, Kanato comments that maybe he should record a line like that because he thinks people like that kind of content. Hearing this, Sana feels a little disappointed. She starts recording the video and it goes viral. Just then, a couple of girls are about to see them together. Sana is about to leave, but Kanato pulls her toward him and whispers in her ear. Kanato tells her that if she leaves now, the girls will see them. Sana stays completely still, feeling Kanato's breath against the back of her neck. Her heart starts racing. Meanwhile, the girls talk about Kanato, saying that he is very handsome, but he is probably arrogant. The other girl replies that he must be because that is how handsome boys usually are. Hearing this, Sana wants to defend him, but Kanato stops her. A little later, the girls leave. Sana moves away from him and tells him that she will work harder on the account so people can know his real personality. Kanato replies that as long as she knows him well, that is enough for him. The next day, Sana receives a message from Kanato asking her to meet him at a station. She thinks it is for a photo session and quickly goes there. When Kanato sees her, he notices that her hair is down. Sana tells him that she left home in such a hurry that she forgot her hair tie. Then she's about to start taking photos of him. But Kanato tells her that it will will not be necessary. He invites her to go to the movies. There, he lets her choose the movie they will watch, as well as the food. Sana realizes that Kanato is very thoughtful. During the movie, Kanato asks if she likes these kinds of things, referring to watching movies in the theater. But at that exact moment, the characters on screen kiss. Sana thinks he is talking about the kiss. Feeling nervous, she quickly goes to the bathroom with her heart racing because it feels as if she is on a date with Kanato. When Sana comes out, she sees some girls flirting with Kanato. Kanato completely ignores them until he sees Sana. Then he smiles happily. He even gives her a hair tie and gently helps her tie her hair. The gesture deeply touches Sana. After this, she asks if she can take some photos of him. She smiles with satisfaction because the photos turned out well. However, Kanato thinks she only likes his face. He reveals that he wanted her to get to know him better through the date. Sana replies that this time she did not take photos only because he is cute. She took them because she wanted to keep a memory of this outing. This makes Kanato happy. He moves closer to Sana. Sana closes her eyes, expecting him to kiss her. Even though Kanato wants to do it, he steps back. Kanato tells her that he would never kiss her without her consent. This touches Sana's heart. Later, at home, Sana realizes that she has fallen in love with Kanato. She screams with joy, but since she is not sure whether he likes her too, she decides not to get her hopes up. The next day, Sana meets Kanato. Kanato becomes happy when he sees that she is wearing the hair tie he gave her. He whispers that she looks cute. Just then, a group of girls approaches. Sana asks Kanato to leave before they see them. When the girls see Sana, they ask her if she's the girl who is always with Kanato. The question makes Sana nervous. She stays silent. Just then, Rio appears and says that the teacher is looking for her. He takes her away from there. Once they are alone, Rio asks if the girls were bothering her. Sana says they were not. Then Rio asks if she is the one managing Kanato's account. Surprised, Sana covers his mouth and takes him to a classroom to talk. There, she tells him that yes, it is her. She asks how he figured it out. Rio says he guessed because she and Kanato are always together, and Kanato does not know how to use social media. Hearing this, Sana tells him that she is helping Kanato so he will not be expelled. She asks him to keep it a secret. Rio agrees. From then on, they become friends. The next day, Sana decides to be more careful so people will not see her with Kanato. Just then, she meets her friend Yusu. Yusu tells her that she no longer sees her during breaks and asks what she has been doing. Sana quickly replies that she has been busy and changes the subject. After this, Sana and her friend attend a workshop. The teacher asks the students to form groups of 4. Yusu asks Rio to team up with them, and he agrees. But since they still need one more person, they start looking for someone to choose. Suddenly, Kanato arrives. All the girls stare at him. The teacher asks him to find a group. When Kanato sees Sana, he walks straight toward her and asks her to let him join her team. Everyone looks at them and starts wondering if they are dating. This makes Sana very nervous. Luckily, Rio steps in and greets Kanato. Rio comments that Sana, Kanato, and he are classmates. Sana says that is true and signals to Kanato. Kanato understands that she does not want people to connect her with him. He nods sadly. After this, the whole class goes on a trip. The girls keep taking photos of Kanato. Out of habit, Sana also starts taking photos of him. But then she realizes she could be discovered and stops. Later, all the groups begin working on their assignments. Sana sticks her group's paper on a board. When she cannot reach the glue, Kanato approaches and helps her. He stands so close that Sana becomes nervous. She gets even more nervous because everyone is staring at them. So she quickly goes to help Rio. In a whisper, she asks him to please take photos of Kanato for the account. However, when Kanato sees how close they are, he feels jealous and sad. Minutes later, Kanato, Sana, Yusu, and Rio go walking around the place. They eat snacks, and Sana has a lot of fun. Kanato smiles when he sees her happy, although he does not like the idea of Rio taking photos of him. A little later, Yusu and Rio go to buy something. Happily, Sana tells Kanato that they have reached 80,000 followers. But to her surprise, Kanato confesses that he held himself back all day from getting close to her. He asks her to spend the rest of the day with him, so they go into a forest. There, Kanato hugs her. Sana hugs him back. Happy, Kanato asks her to stay with him in a moment like this. But Rio arrives, and Sana quickly pulls away. However, Kanato does not back down. He asks Rio to leave and let them be alone. But Rio believes that Kanato is only seducing Sana so she will keep helping him with the Instagram account and so he will not be expelled. Kanato says that is not true. He feels disappointed that Sana told Rio about his expulsion. To make matters worse, Sana suddenly slips and falls down a slope. Fortunately, Rio quickly grabs her and saves her. Because of the fall, Rio's bangs move aside, revealing his face. Sana is stunned by how handsome he is. Kanato notices her reaction and immediately rushes down, worried about Sana. Just then, Yusu arrives and informs them that it is lunchtime and they need to return to the hotel. Later, when they are alone, Sana apologizes to Kanado for telling Rio about the Instagram account and his possible expulsion. Kanado tells her not to worry. He says that if Rio helps her, she will not have to worry as much about being discovered. Then, sounding a little sad, he adds that he has also realized that she likes Rio. Before Sana can respond, he leaves. Back in her room, Yusu tells Sana that she already knows she is the one taking Kanado's photos. In one of the pictures, Sana's reflection can be seen in Kanado's eyes. Sana apologizes for keeping the secret from her friend. She explains that she was afraid the other girls would find out and make her life miserable out of jealousy. Yusu understands. Sana then tells her everything that happened with Kanado and how sad he became after seeing her with Rio. After hearing this, Yusu tells Sana that Kanado is clearly jealous and has probably already fallen in love with her, but Sana finds that hard to believe. During break time, a group of girls approaches them. They say they saw them in Kanato's group during the trip and ask whether they know who takes photos for Kanato's account. Yusu immediately points at Rio and says that he is the one doing it. The girls ask Rio if it is true. Rio calmly replies that it is. Surprised by this, Sana takes her friends to a quiet place. There, they tell her that they will help keep Kanado's secret. Rio adds that they should meet and carefully plan everything. When Kanado hears this, he also joins the meeting. In the end, Yusu cannot attend, and Sana ends up going to a cafe with Kanado and Rio. At the cafe, Rio asks Sana for access to the Instagram account in case someone asks him for proof. Sana gives it to him. However, she spends so much time explaining the account details to Rio that Kanado ends up feeling left out and sad. After the meeting, Rio and Kanado leave. Meanwhile, Sana notices that they need only 100 more followers to reach their goal. Instead of feeling happy, she becomes worried that once they reach it, she and Kanado may stop seeing each other. Gathering all her courage, Sana confesses that she likes him. The confession completely surprises Kanado. However, he leaves without giving her an answer. This makes Sana very sad. Her sadness grows even more when Kanado does not appear at school the next day. Seeing her upset, Rio asks what happened. Sana tells him that she confessed her feelings to Kanado, but he never gave her an answer. She breaks down in tears. At that moment, Rio confesses that he is in love with her too. He says it hurts him to see her so sad. Shocked, Sana apologizes for never noticing his feelings, but Rio tells her not to worry. The two decide to remain friends. Later, Rio goes to find Kanado and asks why he never answered Sana's confession. Kanado explains that when he saw Rio and Sana together, he realized that Rio was someone she could trust and rely on whenever she needed help, unlike himself, who was always the one relying on Sana. Because of that, he believes Sana deserves someone better than him. That is why he still has not given her an answer. After hearing this, Rio advises him to tell all of this to Sana and let her decide for herself whether she wants to be with him or not. That night, Kanado starts a live stream and asks everyone to help him reach 100,000 followers. In just 2 minutes, he reaches the goal. The next day, after achieving it, Kanado deletes the account. This causes everyone to believe that Kanado is leaving the school. When Sana hears the news, she bursts into tears. Just then, she receives a message from Kanado asking to meet her. She immediately runs to see him. To her surprise, Kanado tells her that he is not going anywhere. He finally confesses that he has fallen in love with her. He says he wants to stay by her side and become someone she can trust and rely on whenever she needs him. He also apologizes for making her wait so long. Then he tells her that if she no longer wants to be with him, he will understand. Sana immediately replies that she still wants to be with him. Overjoyed, Kanado kneels down and asks her to be his girlfriend. Sana happily accepts. And with that, this drama comes to the end.